he balanced him out a lot more. I just don't think that any of them had any greater impact, really, than any of the stories in Valentine's Day. There was nothing in here that made me go, okay, I get it. I get the emotional connection. I didn't feel, even for Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro dying should leave me a little verklempt. Nothing.
Just because you couldn't buy it, because the thing is that with all this, I never saw Valentine's Day, and there's a reason because of that. Because with the fear I had walking in this movie is that there's going to be 20 fucking storylines going on that I don't care about, because you know what? How in the hell are you going to flesh out all of these characters in such a small amount of time? Because I definitely don't want to be in the theater for 2 hours waiting to get the gist of what all these goddamn characters are about, what New Year's means to them. Because I'm like, all right, you know, make something interesting. Because one of the things you don't make interesting is when you notice Ashton Kutcher, he's bummed out about New Year's for whatever reason. He doesn't like it. There's no real explanation as to why.
Right.
Where all I'm thinking is like, this is fucking Ashton Kutcher, the guy who can fucking walk outside and get any fucking girl he wants at any goddamn time because he's Ashton Kutcher. I cannot buy that this guy's just going to find love in a goddamn elevator just because, oh, woe is me. In his story, there's nothing. There's absolutely no kind of like reason for it, for his segment at all.
You know what? None of these stories were interesting. They're all very mediocre. But you're right. His was the least interesting because he's playing a hipster comic book artist. And I'm like, dude, look at you. Give me a fucking break. You know, like Jason Segel, sure, he should have played that role.
Yeah.
But Ashton Kutcher is not pulling it off. He's a terrible actor. And then Lea Michele. Okay, maybe she works for Glee, where you got to just get up there and, you know, be a Glee Club and drama and all. But even her, I was like, wow, you're kind of terrible. Maybe you should just sing. Just, you know, they hired you to sing.
And they do.
And the oldest cliche in the book, too, like the two strangers trapped into an elevator with each other. They're either going to end up, one of them's either going to be Satan or they're going to make out at some point.
Yeah,
one of two things can happen.
That's the thing that y'all have touched on. Like each one of these stories, I mean, there's several of them. I mean, too many to go through. Is like Jessica Biel and her husband, who's
Seth Meyers from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, they play a couple who was about to have a baby on New Year's Eve, and if they beat another couple that's about to have a baby, then they will win a cash prize of $25,000. You know, there's the Love in the Elevator with Ashton Kutcher and that chick from
Lea Michele.
Yeah, you have the mom who wants to like sacrifice New Year's Day just to be with her daughter, played by
Abigail Breslin.
Abigail Breslin is the daughter.
Yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker is.
You should have heard me sinking into my seat next to Leon with every new person.
Well, every time they introduced somebody, I was like, wow, they went down Cyrus's hit list.
Oh, yeah.
They did.
And
I was like, Dane Cook is going to be in this, isn't he?
You got Robert De Niro, who's dying of cancer, who wants to like see the ball drop one last time, but as dementia sets in before his death, he starts to have regrets on his life of somebody that he's walked out on and never say who. You have the girl.
Although he had Halle Berry taking care of him. And you know how De Niro is into black chicks, so that had to be good.
Oh,
for
yeah,
him.
I'm sure he was trying. I'm sure he was faking that whole cancer thing. He's trying to get just one last hand job.
You know, baby, I ain't going to have cancer all the time.
And what's her name? Two-time Oscar winner.
Hilary Swank.
Hilary Swank. She's responsible for the ball drop, and if she can't get it working, then the mayor's gonna come in and have her assassinated or something. You know, I mean, these stories go.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Don't forget Zac Efron.
Oh, Zac Efron as
a plucky young delivery guy,
bike carrier who has to take out Michelle Pfeiffer, who is like an embittered older woman who.
What's the pre Catwoman Selena Kyle?
Yeah, she's her character from Batman Returns.
Oh, that is true. I forgot about that.
I kept waiting for Zac Efron to push her out of a goddamn window.
You mean John Lithgow?
Oh, yeah. So she can get hot.
Yeah, John Lithgow is her boss, who's just not giving her, you know, any kind of respect, especially on this New Year's Eve, where she has decided, like, if I can't get respect, I'm going to go out and I'm going to make sort of like a New Year's Eve bucket list of things that I want to do because I feel bold enough to do it tonight. And she gets Zac Efron to help her out. These stories they go on. Who's the other guy, tall, handsome guy? You know?
Josh Duhamel.
Josh Duhamel, who's like, he wants to meet that girl that he met last New Year's Eve, who he has a rendezvous with her this New Year's Eve if she shows up, and he's scared about that. But all these stories, I mean, they go on and on. There's even more on top of this. But, and this is my problem with Gary Marshall, most of his films, is that a lot of them, and this is coming from a guy who has a big TV background in decades long ago, they still seem to have an effect on his filmmaking. It's for some people that works, but for me, like for this, it's not that I didn't understand these characters. I knew exactly where they're coming from. The shallowness comes in that, well, for one, there's too many characters, and you're right, you don't have time to develop them. But this is sitcom writing. What people are watching here is not even a TV movie. They're watching a TV show with movie production, and you're watching a lot of episodes of one TV show put together into one film. And that might work for 30 minutes on TV, but for a 2-hour movie where you're trying to make all those lame sitcom plots work, where, yeah, on TV it does, but not theatrically it doesn't.
It worked 20 years ago, and not now. Which
at least not for me.
It doesn't work for us.
Watching it, I really felt like, man, I do feel like I'm watching my grandfather's version of a romantic comedy or some ensemble piece that I just don't care for. I mean,
your grandfather's
he's bringing out all
version-
his old friends, you know, to make cameos, and I'm like, these people belong in a nursing home. They don't belong in film. All right.
Your grandfather's version of romantic comedy was good. It was like the Philadelphia Story and stuff like this. This is these kids today with short attention span who don't want to think about anything, who are like, I don't really want to feel anything except for like the most surface of emotions here, because that's all this movie has to offer. You're right, the writing is absolutely terrible. None of the jokes are funny, but some of the performers bring a little light to it. And I would say Larry Miller in particular,
Sure.
who has a cameo as a tow truck driver.
All too brief.
Almost every line he has is really funny.
Oh, yeah, he was funny.
What's her name from the Modern
Sophia,
Family?
Sophia
Vergara.
Vergara.
Yeah, that's her.
Who's
She-
playing the same character.
Yeah, exactly.
She's playing the same
yeah,
character.
but she's
Yeah.
cute and she's funny. And
She's hot. Hey,
certainly
she's
nice to look at.
She's comedy with tits.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
yeah.
She really, I have to say, she annoyed the shit out of me in this movie.
Did she?
Yeah, when she came on, because she comes on with that thick accent, and she's like, oh, because most of the movie she spends flirting over Bon Jovi. She's like, hey, I can help you. Hey, can I distract you? I can make you feel good. I can make you sad. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I can't take this shit no
Well, you
more.
know what? You brought up something that bothered me, and it's like I don't want to come into this and see race because people are people, but goddamn, there's too many same looking white people in this movie, and then when you get somebody who's different, Sophia Vergara or the Indian guy or the male nurse.
or Hector Elizondo.
Yeah, Hector Elizondo,
Who I liked in this
Russian,
movie.
or the gay male nurse. They pump it up so much that they're just cartoons. It's like, wow, everybody else gets to play it straight, but you guys, you got to talk like this. Oh, honey, let me get that thermometer for you.
Let me show you my tits while I'm in my beautiful culinary school dress. And I'm like,
Yeah.
really? It's like you're wearing culinary dress and your tits are popping out. I get it. That's your. But she was hired to play the
No,
same.
I understand that,
exact
but the
character.
idea is like, okay, all you vanilla New Yorkers get to live out your fantasy and have your fun, but everybody else is just a cartoon prop for you.
No, that's very true.
Yeah, and I have to say, that's why I absolutely loved Officer Ludacris. Who came
Oh
in.
my God.
That brother came in and they act like they just woke him up. Literally, when I said you got that call out of bed from Gary Marshall to be there, it's almost like Gary Marshall called up Ludacris and said, hey, I need a rapper in this movie. You know, you're popular with the kids. Get up and come to my set. When he woke up and he got to the set, he's like, all right, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
everything
and
you said was like this.
somebody should have fucking woken up as Taylor, because once again, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing that dude be in movies where his costumes do not
His
fucking
clothes don't fit.
him.
Oh, right.
He's walking around looking like Beaker. I mean, his fucking clothes look like they're about to fall off.
I know.
right? Starting from his neck on down.
I
And
thought
I'm
he
like,
was going to
dude,
start singing stuff from Stop Making Sense. Seriously. This is so good.
But it's like, you look at him, you're like, you ain't no New York cop.
No, this is the second time,
You
man.
might be onto something, because maybe he got called the last minute. Maybe that suit was made for somebody else.
Maybe that's- yeah.
And he just stepped in, or the person who was supposed to be there, said, fuck, I ain't doing this. Like they hired Terrence Howard. He was like, I read the script, I ain't doing it.
What's weird
and
is that-
Ludacris just showed up and they ain't noticed.
We know that Hilary Swank obviously is a talented actress, and in the scene she's not with him, she's at least trying.
Oh, yeah.
But I couldn't help but notice every sequence, and she has quite a few with him, where it's the two of them having a conversation. It's so flat
Yes.
on both their sides, and I can't help but think that she was like, if I actually try and act, it's just going to
gonna
really
make it look
point
worse.
out that he can't.
And the way that suit fitted that brother, man, that role must have been for Michael Clark Duncan at first. And this is the second time. This is the second time we have talked about this. He was in. Remember, because we saw Max Payne.
Oh, hell
And
yeah.
he also played a New York cop, and except he was a detective. And every time that dude plays a New York cop, it looks like his daddy was a cop. He took his daddy clothes and decided to play policeman that day. You know, I'm like, God damn, I'm a cop just like daddy. Look, look at my boy right there. He's so
It
cute.
is really ridiculous.
But
and
you know
I
what?
was shocked that nobody noticed that.
And that dude would make the worst cop. Now I like Ludacris.
I've seen him be good learning
Yeah,
things.
what's his name? Chris
Bridges.
Chris Bridges. Yeah, you know.
But so here's one thing when they show his name, like Chris Ludacris Bridges, and I'm like, you know what? Don't drop the Ludacris. Like, I know you want to be like Dwayne Johnson, but he actually accent things.
no,
you hold on to that Ludacris.
Yeah,
you
leave
might
it
need
there.
that.
But you know what makes me laugh about that brother is that he, you know, they like in this movie, like he's a straight up like ranking cop. You know, he's almost coming in looking like General Patton almost. He got medals and shit.
It's like Commissioner Gordon.
I thought he was going to get up on the roof and set up the bat signal.
Well, we got some trouble in New York. We better call Batman.
What? What'd you call who?
Batman.
They need help with the ball.
But can you imagine that guy would make the worst cop? Because whenever he was a beat cop, can you imagine him just like he'd be the most lifeless cop? Like that's even a robber. He'd be like, you know,
Hey man, stop! I'm gonna shoot you. Don't make me shoot, okay? Just go on, man.
So watch out, he might have 10 guns in that suit.
He'd be too busy tripping over his pants. because he fucking,
I might trip on my daddy's
he's
pants. Keep on going.
Well,
That's
plus
okay.
they'd be like, hey, that guy never read me my Miranda rights. Yeah, dude, I see you had a right.
Yeah, I did. I said, baby.
Did you read the
Let's see,
subtitles?
a conversation between Ludacris and 50 Cent.
No, you know what, guys? Yeah, somebody needs to tell Ludacris, keep the Ludacris in your name because it's the only thing that fits you. All right, dude.
no, he's good, man. I've seen